Alright, we are back on the Normandy. We've completed Novaria. We made the decision. I made a mistake last night. I'm so... not annoyed at myself. I should have just calculated better. I thought it was minus 12, so going into it, it was 56 minus 12, I thought. And I needed 6 points to get... it was 44. To get to, the target score to save the Rachni, which was 50. I spun the wheel, it was 5, I thought it was 49, I lost it by 1, and I was about to choose it, until I looked over it again. So I had 9 deaths, and 2 of them were penalties, added to the Rachni score. Now that's 11, not 12, and I miscalculated. And the score was 5, which means it got exactly on 50, which was the target. I cannot believe that happened. But anyway, we've completed Novaria. It's going to be a chill one, probably just over an hour for this one. We're going to talk to all the crew. We're going to do some wheel points. So now the Rachni is now done. That can come off, and we'll just focus on other ones. Hence why the target is much higher for the next one, save Kaiden, Ashley, or the Council. Anyway, Joker.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean... You mean you did... Okay, even with crutches and my leg break, put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make them dance for you. Just
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna salute, yes! Excellent. Alright. Well, I almost struggled, and it's definitely more of a challenge now, which makes, well, now with all the deaths, Ferris is now gone to minus 10 deaths, which is going to make it even more challenging for me.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
Ah. Good.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after kinetics was through.
You distrust them that much?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Okay.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezi anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That is very true, Mr. Kaiden. Okay. Well, let's spin your wheel, Mr. Kaiden. We're going to be doing your crew points, which will be then added if you'll be saving on death. Alright, Kaiden is getting 6 points. Let's go to the score sheet. Kaiden goes to 25. Should add it there too. 19, 25. Here we go. Alright. Oh, that's right. Liara's here. Alright, it's time to flirt.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
I blame Saren. And if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Oh.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. My people
think
believe
I
we are all
read this.
part of us. Although we seek to understand other species,
Like
it
what?
seems most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is mono. We still require a partner to reproduce.
I don't understand.
Mating is not the true. We then.
What happens?
Others can be more long. She rarely spoke of her partner, though I know my.
Benezia
You
never.
knew- Asari daughter. It is possible Benezia's partner was Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you,
Ah.
and making a fool of myself in the process.
That's
As I
right.
said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You spied on me!
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Me, you're the beacon! I love that one.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
Well, let's see. You were wrong.
You're right. There is something between us.
Yeah, because she braces
and I
into...
knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
I should
Goodbye,
go.
Shepard.
That better not have locked me in. Because I'm so annoyed because it happened last time. I thought I did enough to flirt with Ashley in my first playthrough. This isn't an important one, but I said if I get 65, I choose Liara. So, Spinning the wheel on Liara. Okay, well, it's another 7 points. Goes to 18 points now. Haha, well, Ashley, how are you? Are you in a good mood?
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now?
Yep.
We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Hehe, sorry.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Oh!
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her? Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
Home.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Must be nice.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Oh no.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Ask me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Vid mails.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
And what about you?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Oh. Dedicated of you.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half.
Wow.
But Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
That was pointless. Where was your father? Interesting story.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I've always liked that one.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It's a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Are you a fanatic? Let's do this one.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Chisoni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Interesting. Disrupted to use technology. Which one? Sovereign
is the flagship of the rogue Spectres Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core, and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
Huh.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the line?
They were... I think it... just...
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Okay, well that's an interesting one. There wasn't really any flirting there. It's a bit scary. Alright, Ashley. Hang on, stand by. Just trying to get it open. Oh, no, whatever. Crew points. Ashley. Oh, it's gonna be 8. I'm getting high numbers tonight. Going SD scoreboard. Two. Beating Kaiden by 10, but you gotta... Alright. Oh, shit. Wrex.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Elaborate.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
And Jared?
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods. All fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Good.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
Alright, Garrus. Before we do Garrus, we gotta do Rex's crew points. And for Wrex, it's gonna be 9, another high score. Oh wait, I forgot. It's it's 5 to 10. That's right. That's why they're all high, but I guess you could say they're higher than 5. So Wrex goes to 27, and that's a big change in that. Rex's target is 100. It's currently at 52, but with -5. Garrus.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. but it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What about the doctor?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Smart.
Good thinking. Blackies are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Interesting.
So he was growing spare parts in his own employees.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Bastard.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're right.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Give it to me.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Alright. Garrus's wheel points, crew points, it's 6. So that goes to Garrus's, I guess, minor loyalty mission. The target is 30. We're currently at 22. I think we're gonna do it. Alright.
Looking for supplies?
And I'll do Tally now because I've already spoken to Tally in a previous
Let's see what you've got.
You bet,
thing.
Commander.
So Tallies, I just spun Tallies in, it's 8. Alright, come on. What up, proton rounds? What tungsten rounds too? Alright, anything under 5 can go now. Maybe except... Alright, let's just equip the team now too. Assault rifles doesn't really matter. Let's go with the... let's check out. Okay, let's go with Garrus. Garrus needs a very good sniper. There you go. And a good assault rifle. Give the Omni tool to Tally. Ashley. Need a good assault rifle. Oh, I've already given it to her. Tally. Need a good Omni tool. $8, 91, 26. I guess that'll do. Liara. Take that one. Coyote camp. I'll just give you the best one. Alright, that'll do for now. Because I'm killing it anyway on insanity. Alright, let's get off Novaria, eh?
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the Ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room. Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Oh. So this is like the elusive man pod that's really annoying.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
You didn't seem that interested in helping me before. Why now?
The Council agreed that Saren was dangerous, Commander. That was why we made you a Spectre. We only balked at unleashing the full force of the Citadel fleet against him.
Paragon
Nobody on the
Renegade
Council
spinning.
wants to see you fail, so we contacted you with this latest information.
Neutral.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities.
Yes.
We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay. Well, I've got about 20 minutes left, so I just wanted to get off Noveria. Okay, so wheel points are gonna go to Wrex. This one, here we are in Noveria. I think I did the whole system. But I haven't done Strenus. Okay, well, that transitions. We're doing wheel points. It's going to Wrex, and this one is only 2 points. Goes to 27. Alright, Urinthal. Thick atmosphere, complex, high bustule, has never been fully mapped. Surface is hot and completely covered in global ocean of liquid hydrocarbons. There's no indication of primitive organic life developing deep within the global ocean. Scanner covered an ancient deep space probe slowly orbiting Urinthal. Tally brought on board, dismantled it, and found a League of One battalion. And Titara. Standard hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of ammonia, hydrocarbons in the atmosphere, lead, brown tint. Large concentration of helium. Treeland, very small planet. Lifeless rock, trace of atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Surface contains large amounts of iron, magnesium, silicates due to heavily cratered terrain. Are encouraged from landing. Islamic religious cult claims a certain pattern of overload craters in the southern hemisphere resembles their goddess. Minus 147 Celsius. Theslagon. Atmosphere is tinted blue with a trace of quantities of methane. Day length 15 hours, and that's it. And Xawin. Oh, I cannot land yet. Oh. Wait, is it because... Yes, this. I don't think I'm going to finish this. Managed to use a Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design ship as derelict. All compartments are exposed. It's leaking. The damage is consistent with a ship mounted accelerate fire. Captain Willem. A faint trail of radioactive particles, possibly exhaust from a sub-nuclear engine drive, leads towards the nearby planet Xawin. There we go. Cold hazard. Thin atmosphere, carbon dioxide and ethane is frozen, mainly composed of cobalt with deposits of copper. Plants and conditions are hazardous, present ice storms wrecking the service. Minus 131 Celsius. So I had Liara and Garrus. I haven't had Kaiden in a bit. And let's bring Tally as well. Okay, and who's the death's going to? If I die, it's gonna be Ashley again! Ooh, it's gonna be tricky. Alright, Kaiden has 10 points. Tally has 12. Cryo mechanist up. First aid. And we are on Xawin. Oh my god, there's a lot here. Ancient debris. Appears old model freighter, part of it's marked with the shitty outpost insignia. Thresher more. Yep. What are you doing on an ice planet? Hurry up and repair. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you suck. Alright, then let's just go this way. Oh my god. Appears the person was trying to mark the enemy. He died or was killed.
Got it.
Iridium. The outpost. There appears to be no one left at this camp. This generator is still functioning, but there is no signs of foreign occupants. The camp's computer notes several locations of interest. Cobalt. Quickly, we must continue. Oh. Yeah, sit down. Well, at least Charlie was here to see this. Yeah, sit down. Bastard. Oh, shit. That's a big fall. Palladium.
You leave. I'll follow.
Alright, and on to the quest marker. Oh. There seems to be a lot of, and level up. Yeah, get out. Thank you.
Got it.
Got it.
Area secured.
Alright, we're going into this building. And we're coming out with no deaths! Yes. Kaiden, move it.
Hold the line!
Oh shit.
All patched up.
Shit.
I'm okay.
Good as new.
Okay, this armor's getting tricky.
You must die!
Alright, good job. Team, go with me.
You must die!
Ah, you fucked it. Okay. Did it. Nice. Captain William body. We discovered the corpse of Captain William of the image. He's wrapped tightly around a small dead head. Alright, well, I'm out of time for the day, so I'm just gonna save it there. And it's okay, I'll be back tomorrow with, I'll do a longer one tomorrow, so. Till then, good night.